Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Bad Bites Weekly. Oh, and before I start this video, I just want to say that I'm sorry that I haven't posted an episode of Bad Bites Weekly in a long time. That's because I was busy with school and stuff. But now that I'm back, I will be posting new episodes every week. And I'm going to have to put a reminder on my phone. And during fall break, I'm going to do this thing called the Week of the Loud House. And it's where I talk about the Loud House all week and I'll talk about stuff like the new episodes, announcements, some unpopular opinions I have with the Louds, and reviewing some of the episodes, as well as reading my own Loud House fan fictions. That's right, I made fan fictions, and I drew new pictures. And yes, here's Lincoln in my first fan fiction, Laser Runner, and here's another drawing, and this fan fiction takes place after past your bedtime, which I thought was a decent episode, but I thought that maybe it could have a sequel. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's talk about this next victim. Now, first I was thinking of doing a Zaria Chamberlain, but I decided to do it during September, but then when September came, I decided to change it to Steve Irwin because of theming, and I can't do a Bad Bites Weekly without Steve Irwin. So here I got an action figure, I got a poster of him, and I even was Steve Irwin for Halloween, but hold on. Hold on. It's like a chameleon. Mom? Okay, I'm gonna call her back. Sorry about that. So let's dive right in. So Steve Irwin was an Australian zoologist, and he was very famous. He was known for being a very talented zoologist. Oh, and I forgot, I also have his biography book. I actually have two versions. I also have two versions of Steve Irwin's biography. One is the original, which is all old and crumply, and the other one is the 100th title, which I got for my 12th birthday from my teacher, who was very nice. And so, in 2006, which is the year I was born, he was in Port Douglas, Australia, filming an underwater documentary called Ocean's Deadliest. But little did he know that he was become a victim. Now, he was killed not by a crocodile, but by this guy right here, Mr. Stingray. So, he was in the waters, and he was about halfway through production, and so he and his friend Justin were in the dinghy where they would be filming, and they wanted to go out in deep water but had to cancel it due to bad weather. And then so they had to film in shallow waters, and while they were doing that, they saw a massive 8-foot wide stingray. And so Steve got out of the dinghy, and then he floated directly above the stingray like this. And so the stingray got scared, so he started putting his spine up to his chest, and it pierced his heart and lungs. And Justin did not know how bad Steve was hurt, so he put him in the dinghy and floated back to shore. But by the time they got to land, Steve was pronounced dead. Alright, now let's talk about the injuries. Steve punctured his heart and lungs, and well, basically it was just the heart, but it was, let's just say that it was in his chest. And it was a 14-inch barb that struck his chest. And so he officially said that was his heart and lungs, but what actually happened is that the stinger had pierced his heart, and then so they tried to pull it out, but as you see in the main movies like Isle of Dogs pulling something like Isle of Dogs or Star Wars, if you pull something out of your brain or heart, then that'll immediately cause a person to go unconscious. Think Han Solo when he was stabbed by Kylo Ren. When Kylo Ren pulled the lightsaber out of him, he just sort of just fell. And in Isle of Dogs, if you haven't seen that movie, then you might want to skip ahead. When they pulled the thing out of Atari, it immediately caused him to go unconscious. And that's pretty much what happened to Steve. He was struck right here in his chest. And then when they pulled it out, he became unconscious. And that's what caused him to die. Now, let's talk about the outcome. In the outcome, it made national news. It became like a national tragedy. Everyone was talking about it. Literally, everyone was talking about it. It was a pretty big deal. Every year on September the 4th, they remember Steve Irwin, and they put up memorial services, and also in November there's Steve Irwin Day, which is a pretty wildlife warrior thing, and because I'm a huge fan, I celebrate it. And also his children, who are Bindi and Robert Irwin, they vowed to continue their father's legacy with the series Growing Up Wild. And no, I don't mean the Disney nature show. I mean the YouTube show from the Pet Collective. And there's going to be a new Steve Irwin show that's coming in October. Hopefully, the production is troubled. Anyways, that's the story, everyone. This video is getting long, so thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications. I know it's pretty strange that I'm filming in my room. That's because I didn't want to go down the basement in the dark. And this is my room. Obviously, it's a wreck as always.